Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Scorebook Stories. Baseball is finally back officially. The regular season is underway, and I am pumped. I'm so excited. I'm very happy that baseball is back. So relaxing. Every single day, you get to watch some games. So, as I'm recording this, there are still several games that are on right now and going on. So I'm not going to be able to cover them right now, obviously, but we did only have a weekend of games to talk about. So this episode is going to be a little bit shorter than they have been, and what I am anticipating them to be throughout the entirety of the regular season. But a few small details that I found absolutely incredible over opening day is that the White Sox won their first game on opening day, which put them over 500 for the first time since March 31st of 2023. The poor White Sox. That's a brutal stat. Honestly, that's a really brutal stat to have. And I was watching a couple highlights from the series, and it was really sad to see, if I'm being honest. Like it was not a good look, because there was maybe 20 people there. I think they pulled a crowd of maybe like 20, 30 people. Like, you just got a ticket and you can go in and sit wherever you wanted. It was empty, completely dead. And that's just tragic. Then we have the Marlins, who crushed the Pirates. They had a 4-game set against the Pirates. The Marlins won 3 of 4, and all 3 of their wins were walk-off wins, which that's pretty impressive. And I think it's definitely telling of what we're going to see again from the Pittsburgh Pirates bullpen. It's so frustrating because the Pirates have such great talent at the starting position, and for the bullpen to allow 3 walk-off wins, it's just not a good look. And it really sucks for Paul Skeens. He's going to go and out there every 5-6 days and dominate the mound, and then proceed to turn things over to the bullpen, and the game will be lost. And I feel bad for him. I just can't wait till he's able to get out of his contract with the Pirates and sign with the Yankees. It's going to be great. We also have Rafael Devers setting an MLB record. Not a good one, though. He's off to a very tough start to begin the season with 10 Ks through his first 3 games. 10 strikeouts. That is the most in MLB history through 3 games. 10 strikeouts. That's rough. And honestly, I think it's because of Alex Bregman. Alex Bregman is the everyday third baseman for Boston. Devers is probably not taken too kindly to that, and it's probably having an impact on his play. His mood's not great. He's not playing third base like he wants to. He really is a great third baseman, and I think Alex Bregman would be perfectly fine moving over to second base. I really don't think there would be a problem with that at all. I did not get to catch any of the Astros games, seeing Jose Altuve out in the outfield. I did catch some spring training games with Altuve out there, and it did not look very good. So I would imagine it wasn't too pretty opening day either. But back to Alex Bregman, like, yeah, he's a good third baseman. Yes, he can hit the ball, but Rafael Devers is a third baseman, and I think he's the kind of guy that really needs to be playing third base in order to produce at the plate. He has that mindset of he needs to be playing in the field and being effective at the plate. I think that's just definitely the type of player that Rafael Devers is, and I really do enjoy watching him play, as much as I don't like watching the Red Sox win. But speaking of the Red Sox, I want to dive into a little bit of a minor league baseball update. And I think Roman Anthony is going to be in Boston sooner than anticipated. We talked about him a little bit during the prospect episode, and he is a stud. He's very, very good. Today, as of recording, I'm recording this on Sunday, and he hit 2 home runs, walked twice, had 3 RBIs. He's kind of smashing everybody in AAA. He's handling business down there, and it's just absolutely unfair. Like he's ready for the MLB, and I think he needs to be in Boston sooner rather than later. But the big news from opening day weekend was the New York Yankees. They swept the Milwaukee Brewers with 15 home runs in the series, and the Yankees recorded 36 runs over the 3 games set. However, that's very impressive. But the big story was about their new, what everybody seems to be calling torpedo bats. Apparently, their analytics team saw Anthony Volpe get jammed quite a lot, and basically decided to move the sweet spot of the bat closer to his hands. So the fatter part of the bat is closer to the handle of the bat, and then it kind of thins out once you get towards the end of the bat again as well. A lot of people are questioning whether or not this is legal, and this is a bat that is allowed to be used, and calling the Yankees cheaters. Technically, this is legal. The bat is within specifications of the rules of having the bat. Like the dimension rules are being followed with those bats. It's not illegal. There's nothing wrong with those bats. Everybody's allowed to use them. And actually, we have already seen these bats start popping up on teams like the Minnesota Twins with Ryan Jeffers. He's using the bat now too. There's a few other guys that I have already seen with that torpedo bat, but I think with the amount of success and the runs and the home runs that the Yankees hit opening day, that is why all the attention is on them. And honestly, I think that the Yankees are kind of exploiting a loophole in the bat dimensions rules. And if they continue to put balls in seats like they did this opening series, I think there's a really good chance that this rule ends up getting amended. Or if other teams start using these bats and they are sending baseballs out of stadiums, I have a really good feeling that this rule is going to become amended and the bats are going to go back to what we are used to seeing every single day from these guys. Aaron Judge did not switch bats because he's like, I've won 2 MVPs with the bat that I used. If it's not broke, why would I fix it? And I agree. Like Aaron Judge doesn't really need it. He's just got a pure stroke. He's pure power. But Jazz Chisholm was using it. Anthony Volpe's using it. I'm not sure if anyone else is using it. I think Cody Bellinger was using it. But like all these guys have hit home runs, and it seems to be helping their swing a lot. So I'm guessing if other guys on other teams start using this and sending balls flying out of the stadiums, we're going to see some rule changes when it comes to these bats, but it's probably not going to come in the middle of the season, I will say. But I mean, even if these kind of bats are going to end up being illegal, or if you want to throw a hissy fit about them, like let the pitchers use sticky stuff again. Like I'm cool with it. Bring back the spider tack. Let them have it. Let's see some nasty curveballs and some unbelievable sliders. I'm down for it. I think it's so much fun, and it's good for the game. Who cares? Let's have some fun. Let's play some good ball and see what happens, honestly. And no matter what bat you're swinging, you still got to hit the ball. Like you still got to be able to hit it. Just because they're hitting it and they're hitting it a lot against the Milwaukee Brewers doesn't mean that they're going to do that again the next series that they have. Like, I'm not sure. I'm going to look up ESPN real quick and see who the Yankees have next because I'm not positive off the top of my head. However, like I do not expect this type of run production from the Yankees for every series moving forward. So April 1st, they will be starting their series against Arizona. I think Arizona has a little bit better pitching than Milwaukee did. They're going to see Burns, Gallen, and Kelly. That's who they're going to end up seeing against Arizona. And I think that's going to be a lot more of that's going to be a much more difficult task than facing Peralta, Cortez, and Cavalli. I really think Burns, Gallen, and Kelly is going to be a little bit more challenging, and the Yankees will also be starting Warren, Rodon, and Carrasco through those 3 games. So I think especially the game where Carrasco is going to be starting, they need to make sure that they put runs on the board and runs on the board fast. So that way they can have enough space and enough room for Carrasco to get out there and get things done. Then after that, the Yankees will be heading on a road trip to Pittsburgh and Detroit. But I will talk to you all again before all of that ends up happening. Well, not the Pittsburgh series. The Yankees will have played Arizona and Pittsburgh but next time you hear from me, and they'll be starting their game in Detroit next Monday. But either way, that's not the point here. So I think this next series is going to be very telling about these bats, if they should be outlawed or if they should be illegal or whatever you want to say. I think it's going to be very telling, but it also is going to be difficult because in the second game, Aaron Judge hit a couple homers, but he made 5 errors. Like that's not good. The Yankees still allowed 9 runs in game 2 of this series. Now they scored 20, so that kind of helped them out a little bit here, but that's not the point. If we're really that worried about these bats, then somebody from MLB needs to step in like now and shut this down before all these other teams start doing it. But after we get through opening day weekend here, the New York Yankees, the St. Louis Cardinals, surprisingly, the Los Angeles Dodgers and San Diego Padres are the only teams that are on pace to go 162-0. That's never going to happen ever in the entire life of baseball, but it is fun to say. I'm not going to lie. It is pretty fun to say. But right now, the Yankees are atop the East, Guardians on top of the Central, the Rangers are on top of the West, Marlins, surprisingly, on top of the East, and the Nationals stole one from the Phillies. I told you they were going to go into some of these series and steal a game. There was a lot of very impressive young ball players on that Nationals roster. Cardinals are sitting atop the NL Central, and obviously the Dodgers are atop the NL West, where they will likely remain until the end of the season. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to the first complete week of MLB baseball that we are about to head into. I'm so excited. There's going to be so much to talk about, a whole week worth of games. So make sure you come on back next week right here on Scorebook Stories and talk a little bit more baseball with me. And come the end of April, I am planning to release the Scorebook Stories all MLB monthly team. Every single month, I want to put together a team of who I think are the all-stars of the month, my players of the month at each position. That's what I'm going to be shooting to do. So at the end of every month, you can expect an all Scorebook Stories team from me. So make sure you tune in for that. And make sure you tune in every single week right here on Scorebook Stories for the best MLB updates and some just great baseball talk every single week. And you can make sure that you head on over to our Facebook and our Instagram and our X page and give us a follow at 7 Mountains Sports to stay up to date with not just me here at Scorebook Stories, but Sports Talk with Steve Jones and 7 Mountains Sports on Demand, and so much other stuff, everything that's going on in the sports world. So make sure you are tuned in every single week to everything 7 Mountain Sports has to offer.